Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Guys, I missed you so much. I think the last time I posted was like 2 weeks ago. I'm so sorry about that, guys. But today I came on because I just needed to post something, all right? There's no shows yet coming on, so I was like, you know what? Let's do a movie review. So today we're going to be doing Malcolm and Marie. My movie reviews are not exactly like the show reviews because we're not going to go scene by scene or anything like that. It's just pretty much a summary of the movie and my thoughts, okay? But before we get into this review, let's talk about how busy we're about to be starting next week with the premiere, the season premiere of Queen Sugar. I'm so excited, guys. All right, so Queen Sugar is coming back. The Oval is coming back, and so is Snowfall, all coming back this month. Okay, so we're gonna be pretty busy. I've had some time off, but we about to get into these shows, okay, baby? So y'all be ready. Had that notification turned on because it's going down. All right, so I've decided to finally watch Malcolm and Marie. Sometimes I go through like Netflix and I just add stuff to my list and go back and watch them like 30 years later. So I said, you know what, let me just go into this movie. All right, so guys, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the movie starts off with this couple, Malcolm and Marie. And, you know, Marie's played by Zendaya. And Malcolm is played by John David Washington, the son of Denzel Washington, okay, who I love. I love both of them. All right, so they're a couple, and Malcolm is a filmmaker, and they're coming home from the film festival, or not a film festival, but I think like a premiere or something of his movie. And, you know, he is just raving on and going on and on about, you know, how great the movie was, how great everything went, how great the red carpet was. You know, he's just going on. He's just feeling euphoric right now because it's like, you know, this is the best night of his life. It was a success and everything. So he's going on and on and on, just tooting his own horn. While Zendaya's walking around, you know, she's not really engaging in anything. I'm sorry, I said Zendaya. I meant Marie. She's walking around. She's not engaging in anything really. So you can see that she kind of has a little attitude. So we do see eventually, you know, he pipes down and he realizes something is wrong because she's not really saying much, you know. So they do start arguing and everything. And she had a valid reason to be upset. As the movie went on, we saw that she was upset because he did not thank her during his speech, which is obviously very offensive as a woman goes, you know, or even a man. You know, if you're a man and your woman got up there and she didn't thank you, like, that's a problem. Okay, so she's saying that, you know, you thanked this person and that person and 1,000 other people, but you just forgot to thank me. Okay, so that's pretty much how that all started. All right. Okay, so after the first argument, you know, it seemed to be a little ridiculous after a while. Like, they were just arguing to argue. Like, her telling him not to belittle her while he's eating mac and cheese. It was like, okay, what? But she does mention that she doesn't like that he seems to remember everyone but her, okay? She doesn't like to be taken for granted, especially when she feels like the movie he made was based on her life. Anyway, they come to a moment where they stop fighting, right? And they make up and they're laughing and joking. And here's where I noticed that this film had kind of like a Spike Lee feel to it, you know, just in that moment right there where they were just vibing with each other and things like that. Okay, so anyway, they're having a good time with the laughter and the jokes. And Malcolm tells Marie that he wished she wouldn't have given up her acting because she would have been phenomenal if she was able to play a character that allowed her to be herself. So for some reason, she gets up and goes outside, smoke a cigarette, and she kind of disappears, you know. She does this for a little while. So now Malcolm goes outside looking for her, like, where are you? Calling her name and everything. She eventually shows up back inside the house, telling Malcolm that she went to the bathroom outside instead of inside the house, okay? Anyway, so she decides to spark up a conversation, a different conversation this time, which leads them to having another argument. So at first I thought, you know, if they're going to be having these arguments, you know, the whole thing about eating the mac and cheese and disrespecting me while you eating it, I just was like, okay, this is really stupid. But, you know, as the movie went along, their arguments were way more intense. So During this argument, we hear some valid points from Malcolm's perspective. He feels like Marie gave up on her acting career because she was afraid to fail. But if you ask her, she makes it seem like she gave up her acting career to focus on helping him because he's so needy, right? But Malcolm was like, oh no, don't blame all that on me. Okay, you weren't happy about the tiny roles you were getting, so instead of working harder, you gave up. So he even told her that, she is talented. So there was really no excuse for her. He also tells her that it's just a cop-out for her to act like his work is so suffocating to her that she can't even breathe or have any space. So while Marie was acting like Malcolm has been draining her of support, it was now his turn to remind her of all the support he gave her, such as checking her into rehab. He went to group therapy with her. When she was depressed, he was there. When she relapsed, he was there. When she went to a meeting and didn't come home because she was screwing somebody else, he was there for her, So it's pretty deep at this point, and it's very interesting how the tables have turned. And I like how in these moments we really see how art imitates life, because plenty of times we have issues with our spouses or significant others, and we let them know how we feel. And we believe that our points are valid and they make sense, right? But what we don't often expect is for them to come back and have a few valid points of their own because they have their own perspective of things. So while you're feeling some type of way and you remember all the things you've done for him or her and he or she doesn't appreciate you, well, guess what? He or she has his or her own memory working for them as well, okay? And they remember all the times where they did something nice for you and you didn't say thank you, or the time they took care of you when you were sick, So it's really all about perspective. And not only that, we have to remember not to take our significant others for granted, okay? Remember the good things too. Don't just make a list and keep count of all the bad things. Remember the good things. Anyway, so Malcolm, he shut Marie down with all that for a little while. But then she tells him that the only reason why he stuck around and was so supportive is because he was using her for material to write his movie. So now it's her turn to get on him, and she is tearing him down, right? She was pretty much belittling him, and she calls him mediocre, among other things, telling him, you're never going to be the next Spike Lee or the next big film director or film writer or whatever, So in contrast to how he was getting on her, she was coming down on him, When he was getting on her, he was saying, you're still talented, so you just have no excuse, you're just trying to blame me, trying to use me as a scapegoat or whatever. But she's over here saying, oh, you're not as good as you think you are. She's really getting to his ego. So here we go with the back and forth, right? And Malcolm lets Marie know that the movie was not really based on her. He used pieces of pretty much every damaged girl he's ever slept with or dated. He lets her know that, it's not all about you, and that he's pulled material from everywhere and countless experiences in his own life. So basically throughout the entire movie, guys, they took turns getting on each other, and it got a little tiring after a while. Overall, it was an okay movie. I would not watch it again, but I'm not mad at it. I could have done without the black and white, and it also became a little mundane after a while because all the scenes were shot inside the house with the exception of one or two background scenes. So it just would have been nice for them to break up the monotony a bit, Also, it could be a little emotionally draining without the color, especially since they pretty much argued through the whole freaking movie, all right? All right, but that's my take on it, guys. I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't watched the movie. So if you've had the chance to watch the movie, please comment down below and let me know what you guys think, all right? So like I said, the movie reviews that I do, they won't be as descriptive or as lengthy as my show reviews because I don't really want to put spoilers in it, and at the same time, it's really more of an opinionated review, okay? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. And guys, I will see you next week for the premiere of Queen Sugar. Take care. Be blessed. Bye-bye.